Hello, everybody. I'm just getting the live started in both places. We're going to wait just a moment for the moderator to arrive on YouTube. Thank you for being here. Ooh. If you are new here, my necklace just tapped out. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Sarah. I'm a depth quantum energy work practitioner. I specialize in a number of modalities, and all of them have a goal of helping you remember and make a path back to the sovereign soul that you already are. And I occasionally go live 2 or 3 times a week right now to do mini Akashic readings for people who reach out to me. If you're interested, these are 15 to 20 minutes for about $35. Typically, it is the only low ticket way to access my services right now. And I do consider it an accessibility offer to be accessible to those who cannot work with me one-on-one. Hello, Mr. No One. Thank you for moderating. Hi, Atomic Ambush. Thanks for being here. I really appreciate it. Tonight, I'm going to jump right in to one individual mini Akashic session. And I also wanted to talk before I start that. I have been in depth quantum energy work all day. So I did a phenomenal BQH session with one of the loveliest women that I have had the honor and pleasure of working with during my time as an energy work practitioner. And just really grateful that I was able to do that, and then have been in personal and collective work since with my primary energy work collaborators. And I want to talk with you. So I'm telling you this so you know that the space is already set. I have already set container. The container has been set, and I will continue to invite you into it when I start the mini reading portion. But I want to talk a little bit about word magic and about malevolent word magic and word play and charms, spells, hexes, and curses that are delivered via word. This happens so very often, and people sometimes forget that this can be delivered very easily via social media. Be careful who you follow. I assisted a wonderful friend in canceling and negating and revoking consent to a word magic spell that was placed upon this person last night via a malevolent mage on Twitter. This happens all the time. That incident involved somebody who knew what they were doing. It was intentional. However, what I'm feeling like I need to talk with you about is that many vectors for this type of infection energetically do not know that they are being used. They don't see, they don't have the clarity of their own field. We all have blind spots about the self, which is why it's important to have others that are trustworthy that can help you in these energy clearing capacities. It's very, very dangerous when somebody thinks that they're finished, that they're done, and that their role forever is teacher, master, leader. If we were done, we would not be here. And I am a perpetual master, teacher, student, learner. I am both all, none, and the one. And you should strive to be too, in my humble opinion. So be aware that many people in their human may be well-intentioned. but there can be forces working through them that they are blind to. And when people start boxing others in with words like can't, or things that are clearly a binding command directed at a subset of people, say all women, all men, all people of this orientation or that gender. This is one of the primary ways that the dangerous and harmful parasitic egregores of this zeitgeist that we are living in take hold. So I wanted to just take a few moments to offer this to you. And while I am living with an open and compassionate heart, I am also very cautious about who I choose to make energetic agreements and energy strands with via online interaction and reposting or retweeting or sharing a post. I feel into those things carefully prior to engaging or prior to resharing, because everything energy, and I work in the realm of the subtle energetics of all things, and I spend many hours of all my days here in doing this. So when I tell you, if you repost something from someone, you are creating an energy strand or cord of some kind to them. Not all energy strands are bad. Not all of them need to be removed. We have a beautiful open flow that looks like a lovely, kind of like an infinity sign or figure 8 between open hearts, a reciprocal flow, if you will. And in fact, that's what I actually wrote about a little bit about my tattoo recently, about it being a representation of the alchemical third thing. Before I even knew, Gaia herself gave me this symbol in a shamanic journey to the lower world around the time of my dismemberment. And it continues, the layers of this continue to be revealed to me. This simple symbol means so much. But anyway, so not all energy connections are negative or bad, but you can be creating via the words you receive from somebody else or the connection you make when you reshare their words. So I want you to be aware. It feels like it's been coming up very prevalently for myself and then other people. And I'm seeing lots of targeted word magic. What do you think the media has been doing? That is all word magic. And we are here to take back the true meaning of the vibrational resonance of the voice. Someday we will be able to come back into a body that speaks other languages or that understands other languages. We are already receiving our telepathy, our heart to heart, our womb to womb communication. Many other beings do not speak. It's vibrational. We're not quite there yet. I believe we will be someday. Maybe not in these bodies, but back to Tara we shall go. Anyway, enough about that. If you need assistance with energy work, feel free to reach out to me. Single sessions are booked at stand.store/Sarah Descending. As is Descend to Ascend. And there are also 3 versions of 3 session 15 to 21 day container packages that you can book on my store. Membership is to go through me directly. Email me, sarahdescending@proton.me. So, okay. I'm going to go ahead. I'm feeling guided, even though I've been in container all day, to refresh this container. And I'm just going to say that I decree and declare that this container is created, infused, and protected by the essence and light of Great Spirit, the holy and divine Mother, Father of the cosmos. I call in and thank with everlasting gratitude the feminine Christ, the Sophia, the Mary, the Black Madonna, the mother of all in all of her names, and her son, the living embodiment of the Spirit of the Christ. We thank you for your modeling of the way, which is the compassionate and awakened heart and womb. We thank all the ancestors, both past and future, of those present today, for their space holding support and loving guidance. However, I firmly require and request that only ancestors who have gone to a certain point of divinely designed evolution and soul remembrance be allowed to guide or participate in this journey in any way today. We are here to activate and build upon the wisdom codes that are every cell of these bodies as we presently embody the sum total of all who came before us and all who will come after us. As such, in gentle yet firm declaration, all siphoning ancestral spirits, all other humans or non-human beings who are disembodied, confused, and in distortion, all non-human intelligence and AI tracking that has been placed without ethical conscious consent for malevolent purposes, demonic and alien oppression, suppression, possession, and walking in and walking out type attachments, all monitoring, tracking, implantation, interference, and other such technologies or non-technologies, both known and unknown to me and to all present today, will be guided to the appropriate place for the energies that they are composed of for neutralization back into benevolent energy particles throughout this session today. Now, I just say thank you. You've been invited into this container with me under these conditions, being lovingly held and contained by the energy streams I work with, by myself, my expanded selves, the client for today, and her massive expanded selves, the moderator. I feel you. And I'm just shifting my focus into the true and quantum Akash and approaching with open heart in humility, while well knowing exactly who I am and what I have been called to do, and asking permission to access the primary substance record of the interconnected tapestry web of love and consciousness as pertains to this client today. So I've received that, and immediately purple and green was raining down, raining, purple and green. So further stepping into your sovereignty as a living embodiment of the mother, the heart of the mother, the coherent heart womb, bringing womb up to heart while living completely sovereign in the self. That's the current pathway. This is more purple and more green, more of the true sovereign, regal, Akashic purple than I have ever seen before in your work. This is profound. This is a profound threshold, a cliff, a chasm. You are at the edge of the cliff and you will jump and you will make it and not fall. Right when you think that you might sink, your wings 3 times larger than you ever perceived them will activate. I'm just removing a little tiny bit of energetic tar that we missed from above the upper left region of like the left side wing, trying to keep it from activating in crucial moments. You do have access to them, as you know. Again, just to be clear, this is somebody I've worked with a lot. I have permission to do energy clearing. People I have not worked with before, I do not cross a boundary into territory of energy clearing when they are not with me, unless you are an established client of record. Hum. It's really important that you're humming, atoning, and chanting to remove the attempted infiltration that has recently occurred on the voice. There was an attempt made to throw off the resonant signature, essence, frequency, quality, tonal activation, and initiation that is delivered through your voice. That has already been addressed, but in order to heal where the toxin, I'm seeing it as a toxin, was energetically introduced, we will need for you to hum, especially when you're driving. This is also going to help release the continued clearing of what's going on in the head and the mental realm. Three babies. Today, your Akashic chamber is a diamond or something like a diamond. And it's a crystalline pearl, all at the same time, a plasma liquid pearl, crystalline in structure, and a diamond back and forth, back and forth. She is here as always. Carrying the lineage, holding the codes there within you and her father. She stands in the gap, holding them all. She is ready to come soon. Likely birth early 2026 in current timeline spirals. You will find a way. There will always be a way. This connection with your daughter will be the most, aside from that with your counterpart in the other realms, be the most alchemical that you have ever experienced in a physical body. You will meet your match, Mama, and she will come from your womb. Tigress is present with your daughter, not unlike the one I work with extensively, but not the same, not quite the same. Leaner, no fangs. Dragons, too. It is in remembering that we are the dragon mothers of Earth, of Tara, of Gaia, of bringing forth the true her story instead of a false history, and holding the nuance and the tension of the story being different from all these perspectives, all these quantum entanglements and nuanced realities and different half step up or down or sideways dimensional focuses. Soon we will be working on the idea of stepping as a form of quantum realization and reality. This will be some of your work. The boys will come a little bit later. It is time to drum. It is time to dance. It is time to allow the fertile lands to engage and interface with your body in a way that you have not done in some time. Get in the river when it is warm enough to do so. Preferably a clean-ish one. Okay, the direction is changing. Wants to talk about continuing to focus on very, very gentle detox, lymphatic health, and nutrition. There is something in beans or legumes that is very beneficial for you. It may be bees, but it feels like it's something else. However, what I'm being shown is that currently gut health does not make digesting beans top priority. So enzymes would be recommended. There's something. The Akashic is telling me a trace, and it's an element, a trace item that we have not yet identified, that our science, our physicality does not yet know. Our cult of scientism hasn't found it yet. Lentils, important. Mung beans too. It is currently a time, a season for you to become somewhat cognizant of oxalates. I am not sure why the Akasha isn't being super clear, but wants to bring that terminology to your attention. Oxalates, high oxalate foods. No, spinach in moderation is fine. I'm being shown like baby spinach. Spinach in moderation is fine. Juicing excessive amounts of greens, not healthy, not good for your particular constitution at this time. Continue working with one of the pantheons of record in clearing all of the density, as we have discussed in other work. These energy streams of likely mostly regressive beings are all coming into a time of yet being offered again another redemption path. This is something we can talk more about privately. Lots coming in about specific details about your work, multiple facets of your work. that will not be shared in a public setting. Bathing and wrapping yourself in the purple. The purple has changed just a little bit. I'm seeing like a deep purple with like an overtone of a beautiful royal blue. Wrapping yourself, bathing in it like it's silk, like it's liquid silk, covering yourself in this frequency color, the signature over your head. This is your energetic prayer shawl. You are the creatress. You are the mother, if you choose it. The Akashic always honors sovereign free will, so you can choose not to embody those things. But like other women incarnate right now, not all, but some, these are of particular importance in your soul plan and agreement. You are being so cared for, so loved, so held in tenderness. It is safe to allow your heart to feel, I'm being shown the Christ holding your heart. You can release all of the many patterns of so many infinite incarnations where you were hurt or left or alone or abandoned. You are doing this for your mother and your mother's mother as well. This season is but for a little while. You shall rest and ponder and feel and wait. And as you sit in the magnetic yin of the totality of your beingness in this body, you will create and magnetize that which is for you and for the world to you. It is time to write. It is time to write. More BQH to fill in some almost blanks. Writing should be, if you choose, multiple types: professional writing, personal, deeply personal heart writing, some poetry, some prose, some writing that would be used in further initiation for others. You already know. We just wanted to remind and reiterate that these ideas are not just coming from your human mind, but the fullness of the expanded angelic self and other selves that you also are, and the combined heart field of the energy streams that you work with, that you are part of, and that you are here living as. I'm just flicking some like metal. They look like little tiny metal shards coming out the bottom of the left foot. Magnetizing. Those have to go. This is an unknown. Normally I would think some of that could be transmuted in the earth, but this seems to be an unknown element. Thank you. One of my the purple dragon is taking that up far and away into the cosmic void. This was not a compound that was allowed to be here. This was a direct interference, and we would offer that. You can think of other physical detox as such as well. Direct interference with the process of evolution into the fullness of the power and woman that you are. It will not work. It hasn't worked. But do be aware that when these things come up for clearing and transmutation, they need to be taken away. That needs to be done away. Another type of writing the Akash would like you to consider as I sit here in this pearl, and you know the pearls, is potentially feeling into writing songs, your own music, with your own beautiful, powerful, lovely voice. I'm seeing a stepped reality, one I've shared about before. Hawaii, Lemuria, Vega. A version of Hawaii, Lemuria, Vega that I've recalled in BQH. Use your voice to call on the memory threads of your own incarnations in these locations, especially Lemuria, this version of Lemuria as the middle informed and informing reality in that triad. And that version of Hawaii that does not seem to exist quite in this dimensional focus, but has beautiful black glittery sand in a few locations. Your voice is going to bring to you the codes and the keys from those places. And you will sing and write and remember to become. And with that, I'm just going to state that this portion of the Akashic reading is finished. Thank you to the wonderful soul who allowed me to stream this today. I'm going to mention that now I'm shifting my focus from that personal part of the Akashic totality and field and back fully into my body and into this time. And I'm just feeling in to see if the general Akash or anybody else that I work with would like me to share anything more for this live stream tonight. I did intend for this one to be a little quicker since it was a short notice. Yes. Okay. So I considered going live last night. There's a topic I've been asked to speak on. However, got the nudge at the last moment not to offer that publicly. We will be releasing information in the next 2 days about the occasional Saturday evening small group that I offer via Zoom. We haven't done one in a few months. Typically, it is open to the public, but you have to reach out for an invite. So I'll share, the post. I'll share the post about, what it is. We'll be talking about a certain topic. And then also typically we will allow everybody present, as long as we have time, to ask, to submit a question, whether that question is kind of topical, hypothetical, or so you can kind of pick from asking me a question in which I will offer an intuitive answer, or asking for me to energetically look at one certain issue. But it is limited on time so that everybody gets a turn. And there will be a sliding scale, probably in the $40 to $80 range for this small group event. I would love to connect with you there. This is another way to connect with me, get to know the people that I work with in collaboration a little bit, and investigate further private work with me or one of them. And again, I will probably be live. I'm not sure. I might be doing a podcast on Wednesday evening with BG Cast. So that if that doesn't happen, it will be happening in January. So the interview is happening. It just might be this week. If that doesn't happen, I'll be live again on Wednesday. If that does happen, the live will be probably pushed to Thursday. So if you would like to schedule your mini Akashic reading with me, that will be streamed here on Wednesday or Thursday. That is done by email. I would love to connect with you for that. Just a loving reminder that I am offering all of my 3-session container packages are on a bit of a promotional rate for the rest of November. That's a great way to connect with me at a much lower per session rate than buying one session at a time. And then I've also announced details on the new membership. You can go ahead and sign up for the new membership just by connecting with me directly through email. And then it will be up on my store booking page eventually, probably pretty soon. But for right now, I'm screening those who would like to get in at the inaugural rate prior to the main rate taking effect sometime in the next few days. So I'd love to connect with you. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. Please let me know if I can be of help or service to you. Stardust. Hello. Hi, Carmen. Hi, Rob. Thank you guys for coming. Carmen, it's so good to see you. Thank you for being here. Stardust, I will be doing a Q&A. In fact, one of my next lives, I have offered a Q&A. So I did release on Twitter last night that I'm going to do a Q&A session sometime in the next week here on Twitter and on YouTube that will be streamed at the same time. I would love if, moderator, can you take a screenshot or take a picture of that question? And we will note to answer that at our live Q&A. Can we ask why we're being so distracted by everything on the planet right now? I'll just say simply, it's because the parasitic extractive systems in place that are part of the distorted overlay that some call the matrix, that I don't call the matrix because it's an inversion of the mother, though there is a distorted feminine energy that is used in holding the false net of the many matrices that are the false overlay, doesn't want us to spiritually evolve because they want to continue using us for energy extraction and food, because they require human soul essence, which they have either G mode out of themselves, or they actually have it, but they've forgotten. So this is where compassion comes in, because most of the regressive groups that we would call aliens, or that we would think of as harmful, come from the same source as we do. And they fell, but there was some trickery in their fall. And this is a long and complicated, complex, nuanced topic that I've talked about. But many of these groups are being offered, are continually offered a path to redemption. Some of them have taken it. Everybody within these individual groups has free will, sovereign choice to choose. And I know individuals from numerous of these different lineages that we would normally think of as part of the fall, who have chosen to leave the regressive siphoning behind and have chosen a path with and for the angelic ensouled of humanity. So that's a brief answer, and maybe I will expand upon it a little bit more next time that when we do the live Q&A. So thank you guys so much for being here. I greatly appreciate it, and I will talk to you soon. Bye. Just getting